Hello everybody, I hope you're going well. Today I'm just going to analyze the second game that I played during my European Chess Amateur Championship. I played against a young guy. This guy is named David Javorek, a pretty nice person. I love this guy. Pretty funny, pretty cool, and he's pretty relaxed when he's playing. Pretty relaxed, but you will see that during this chess game he had me on his fork. I mean, I was completely losing, and somehow I found a way to save the position. You will see. I played with the white pieces, and I decided to play knight f3. And knight f3 is a pretty interesting move because after d5, c4, d4, b4, okay, this is the main line. He played a move that exists, but I hate this move. He played g5. I hate this move because there is a grandmaster that I know pretty good. He's named Bilal Belhassen. He's number one in Algeria. He's pretty strong, and I saw many games from this player with G5, and he showed me this idea during the France Junior Championship, and I didn't want to play this line against someone who was playing the Reti Opening. And this is pretty funny because actually I never wanted to train this line or to study this line, and you will see that it was a problem because I had to know this line. I played d3. The best move is actually g3, and taking is already losing because after taking there's just e5. After the knight goes back, e4, the knight goes on g1, and bishop takes pawn, and I'm just completely losing. Like the pawns are here, the bishop will be there, I'm just completely losing. Already -4, so it is completely crushing. So I played d3 with the idea to take with the bishop, and on g4, which he plays, knight d2. He played e5, I played b5. I knew that a3 or queen b3 or queen a4 was the engine move because I just know one line that is queen a4 check, bishop d7 and b5. But I didn't want to play this move. I decide to play b5 straight away, and now I know that he's not playing theory anymore, but I'm having a bad position. He plays a6 instantly. It does actually mean that he knows this line, and I know that the engine will never recommend to take on that the engine will never recommend to take there. So I decide to take there and to play this position. And now I don't know what to play this position. I probably already have a bad position. My opponent did prepare, and he prepared pretty well, so it is the reason why I think that this guy will certainly be 2000 pretty fast. I just don't know what to play. I just decide to play the position and try to outplay my opponent. But you will see my opponent played very good in this position. He plays bishop e6, I castle, and he plays f5. Wow. I think f5 was a bit premature because f4 is not a threat after knight b3, which I played, and probably knight f6 is the best move. But here he plays knight e7, and I saw a move, and I really wanted to play the top engine move, bishop g5, in order to play bishop f6, and if rook g8 just trade and playing a close position. But I didn't understood what was the point for me in this position. I decided to play bishop a3, and this is a blunder. After knight g6, I thought that this position was good for me, but it is not. Queen d2, I have to find some counterplay. Knight there or queen there. And here he made a mistake. He played queen c7, and if I play this engine move, the position is equal and even better for me. The cool move here is queen there, in order to prevent the h-pawn to move further. But this is such a problem. I saw the move. I swear I saw the move, but I just couldn't understand that f4 wasn't good for my opponent. Like, I really thought that he could just give me the pawn away and having so much counterplay on my king. Yeah, engine move. This is an engine move. Actually, I played e3, and after all these moves, actually I'm having quite a bad position. But quite position for the engine. For us humans, after knight c3, the position, queen d2 and knight c3, the position is not so simple. But here he made an inaccuracy, and I found the best counterplay. He played h4, and h4 is a problem because I can just play d4 right now. And if you want to trade, I will just take back, or even I can even let you take on h2, and my king will be safe. But your king is exposed. The b file is open, the c file and d file will be open on your king and queen, so it can be a problem. I took with the knight, and here he played bishop d7, and here I saw the best move, knight d5. And knight d5 is a pretty pretty tough move to see and to understand. So I'm attacking the queen. If you move the queen, for example, there, I will just play knight b3 or rook b1. I will just crush you and your king. So he took, I took back, and after queen d6, I saw move rook fc1 check. The chessboard was an electronical chessboard, but somehow it didn't show the next moves. Actually, he played king b8, I played rook b1, he took on g3, and rook takes b7, and we agreed to a draw. Actually, in this position after knight c7, there is just rook b1, and I'm threatening rook c6 or rook takes b7, and your king is just too exposed. This position is already +5 after knight c7, and after rook b8, it is only +0.4, because in the end of the day, I will win the queen for the both rooks, and I will play with the queen and the a pawn against two rooks, but this kind of endgames are probably equal, and that's the reason why we have agreed to a draw. Probably it was too early, but at the same time, it's not a problem because the engine does agreed. I analyzed the position correctly. Probably I over-evaluated my opponent because for me, the position was equal. The engine does agree, so it does actually mean that I'm strong enough to understand this kind of position, and this makes me very happy. But I over-evaluated my opponent. I really thought that he has seen the same thing as me, but he didn't. So at the moment where he didn't, yeah, he didn't. So probably just too early. So it is actually the only mistake that I would like to say this is the only psychological mistake that I made during this tournament. I over-evaluated my opponent, but at the same time, it's not a problem because it is not winning for me. So drawing this position is probably normal. If you have any more questions, just go in the comment section. I'll be very happy to answer you back. In every case, see you in a future upload. Take care.